Good afternoon, my dear students. Welcome to IIT Physics online class. Our second chapter name is Magnetism. Synopsis 6 and 7. Ewing's molecular theory of magnetism. This molecular theory, microscopic constants. Weber in 1852 proposed this theory, but Ewing developed this theory in 1890. Molecule. We know that molecule means every molecule of magnetic substance behaves a tiny magnet called molecular magnet. Ewing's theory is called molecular theory of magnetism. Iron fillings, iron bar. The fillings are equivalent to the molecules of the magnetic substances. Molecular magnet is a magnetic substance are randomly distributed with north and south poles in an unmagnetized state. In a magnetized substance, the molecules are arranged in an order so as to produce an external effect. In this order, the north poles of all the molecules of the magnetized substances point to one direction and all their south poles point to another direction, that is opposite direction to which their north poles point. The two poles of magnet have the same strength, that is north pole and south pole. We can break the magnet and that having again north pole and south pole. The two poles of the magnet are the points where north and south poles of the molecular magnets are left. When a bar magnet magnetized, it slightly increased the length due to setting of molecular magnet along the straight chains. The magnetization of the iron bar cannot be increased further. This limit of the magnetic substances magnetization is called magnetic saturation. It shows that if it were possible to break a magnet into its molecules, each of them would retain the properties of a magnet. Steel, soft iron is used to make electromagnets. When a magnetized iron bar is cut into pieces, each piece continues to act as a magnet that having again poles, north and south poles. Magnetic poles always exist in the pairs. Two poles have equal strength. Two poles have equal strength. That is north and south. A magnet also called the magnetic dipole. Magnetism of a magnet can be destroyed by tapping, hammering and heating. Once again listen, molecular theory of magnetism. If we break the magnetized rod into several small parts and test them, we shall find that each small part retains the original polarity. That is, even the small part of magnet has south and north poles of attracted. The magnetic substance. It shows that if it were possible to break a magnet into its molecules, each of them would retain the properties of magnets. Each molecule of magnetic substances, whether it is magnetized or unmagnetized, it is independent magnet. In an unmagnetized substances, the molecules are not arranged in any order, so they neutralize the magnetic forces of each other. Always south pole, north pole attracted each other, and north pole or south pole that is not attracted, that is the repels. If we break the magnetic substances into small parts and that having north pole and south pole, that is the same characteristics of every large magnet. We can break the very tiny pieces of magnets that having every magnet, that is North Pole and South Pole, that is attracted by the iron materials. When a bar magnet is slightly increases in length due to the setting of molecular magnets along the straight chain. When all the molecular magnets are set along the direction of the magnetizing force, then there is no use of it. If we continue to magnetize them, at this stage the magnetic substance is said to be saturated with magnetism. When a magnetic substance is magnetized or a magnet is demagnetized, kinetic energy of the molecules increases and the molecules begin to vibrate more vigorously, resulting in the conversion of the kinetic energy into heat. When a magnet is strongly heated, the speed of the molecules is accelerated, resulting in the decrease of their rigidity. It causes them to go back to the closed chain arrangement. Thus, the magnet is demagnetized on heating. Then, here at this stage of magnetic substances is said to be saturated magnetism. Domain theory of magnetism. A magnetic domain is region in which the magnetic fields of atoms are grouped together and aligned. Very small regions are called domains. Here, very small regions in the paramagnetic substances or ferromagnetic substances. These are highly attracted substances, that is the dominic part. These magnetic domains are indicated arrow marks. These are very small regions. These are indicated by the arrow marks. The magnetic domains are indicated by the arrows in the metal materials. These are indicate metal materials and denoted arrow mark. Based on domain theory, we can understand ferromagnetic behavior. Each domain contains 10 to the power of 12 to 10 to the power of 18 dipoles. On the average, over the whole pieces of unmagnetized iron, these domains establish themselves in every possible direction so that they tend to cancel one another, and the net magnetization is essentially zero. You can think of magnetic domains as miniature magnets within a material. When a ferromagnetic substance is placed in an external magnetic field and magnetized, two things occur. First, the dipoles within a domain line up with the external magnetic field. Secondly, the domains whose axes are in the same direction as the magnetic field increase in size at the expense of those domains which are in the opposite direction of the magnetic field. If the domain boundaries remains extended to some degree after magnetizing field is removed, the material remains permanently magnetized, that is the permanent magnetic substances. Such substances are called paramagnetic, and this effect of external magnetic field on their strength is known as paramagnetism. Magnetic properties are associated with the both kinds of electromotion mentioned. In an unmagnetized object like the initial piece of metal, all the magnetic domains are pointing in different directions. When the metal became magnetized, which is what happens when it is rubbed with a strong magnet. All like magnetic poles get aligned. We can take the metal piece and take the bar magnet. Rub the both magnet and that metal piece. After 2 seconds, that metal piece also converted into like a magnet. The atoms of some substances may possess permanent magnetic characteristics due to an imbalance between the orbits and spins. These atoms act like tiny magnets called dipoles and are attracted by strong magnets. These atoms are dipoles are grouped in microscopic magnetic regions are called domains. Very small regions, that is called the domains. We can see that domains in the microscope. An unmagnetized piece of iron is composed of many domains in each or which the spins are all lined up one way, but it in direction different from that of the spins in neighboring domains. Saturation is the state reached when an increase in applied external magnetic field cannot increase the magnetization of the material of further. The electrical explanation for the magnetism of atoms have wider applications than the molecular theory. This theory reveals that atoms contain electrons revolving in orbits around its central point, called nucleus, in orbits of definite radii, called orbital motion. Due to the spin motion of electrons, there exists a magnetic momentum and also spin motion of nucleons. There exists a magnetic momentum. Magnetic field and field lines. Whenever a magnetic substance is placed at a distance from the magnet, it is affected by it. The magnetic substance is said to be field called magnetic field. Magnetic field is a region around the magnet in which its influence can be felt. Magnetic field lines. Magnetic field can be understood properly through the magnetic lines of forces. Keep a small magnetic needle near the north pole of a magnet and it orients itself. In a uniform magnetic field, the magnetic lines of force are parallel to each other. A magnetic field is said to be uniform if it has same strength in magnitude and direction at all points. For example, Earth's magnetic field is an uniform magnetic field and magnetic field due to current carrying conductor. If a magnetic compass is placed near the conductor carrying current wire, if the direction of the current is from north to south, the deflection of the magnetic needle. If the direction of the current is from south to north, the deflection of the current north to south. The magnetic field around a current carrying straight conductor. It can be observed by the passing of current carrying straight conductor through a cardboard and sprinkling the iron fillings. Magnetic field activity. Take a bar magnet, put it on a table, take a white drawing sheet. Place it over the bar magnet. Now take some iron filings, sprinkle them on the paper. Now tap the table with pen or pencil gently. Observe the changes. Observation. In this activity, we observe that in a small space around the magnet, iron filling set themselves in a pattern because they are affected by the magnetic force of the field created by the bar magnet. So, the pattern presents the magnetic field. The space around the magnet where it is influence can be detected to call the magnetic field. Learning. Finally, we learn that every magnet has an individual magnetic field around it. This field is made up of lines of force that attract magnetic material such as iron fillings. The fillings from the pattern as they line up the direction of the magnetic lines of force. Thus, we say that field is a region in which force can be experienced by another object placed at any point in the region. Mapping of magnetic lines of force. A magnetic field is represented by a set of lines, may be curved or straight, called lines of force. A line of force, if it were free to move when placed on the field, the direction of arrow head gives the direction of motion of unit north pole. If the lines are spaced widely apart, it is a weak field. If the lines are situated close to each other, it is represented a strong field. Direction of magnetic field. The direction of magnetic field at a point in the field is direction in which an isolated north pole would move if free to do so. An isolated north pole is a hypothetic assumption which is introduced for better understanding. Magnetic field can be understood properly through the magnetic lines of force. Keep a small magnetic needle near the north pole of a magnet and it orients as itself. Magnetic field and magnetic lines of force. Magnetic field is the space around a magnet where its influence can be detected. Magnetic field is filled with magnetic lines of force. Magnetic lines of force are closed continuous curves in a magnetic field. Magnetic field around a bar magnet. Let us study the magnetic field around a bar magnet by doing the following activity. Take a drawing board and fix over it a white sheet of paper. In the middle of the paper, draw a straight line along the length of the paper. Place the bar magnet along the line and draw its boundary. Place the board in north-south direction. With the help of the plotting compass, plot magnetic lines of force. Then we get the magnetic lines of the force here. Observe carefully. You will find that these magnetic lines of forces are highly concentrated near the poles. For more, they are closed continuous curves. Properties of magnetic lines of force. The properties of magnetic lines of force are they are closed continuous curves. They travel from the north to south pole outside the magnet and from the south to north pole inside the magnet. They contract laterally as they bend along the length of the magnet. They mutually repel each other. They never intersect each other. Dear students, I hope all are understand today's topics. Next class we will discuss about force between magnetic poles. Thank you and God bless you all.